Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm very excited because today I'm going to do a quarterly finance and net worth update with you guys. So I have not done one of these before, but I have been meaning to, and I will do them going forward. So now that we're at the end of quarter 3 of 2021, I thought it'd be fun to do a check-in and just see where I'm at financially, how my goals are going for the year, and check in on the net worth, really. So let's get started. So to do this, you guys probably already aware, if you've been following my journey, that I track my finances electronically. So I am going to pull that up on my computer and just screen record for you guys. And sorry about my cat. She's hungry. Aren't we all? So, if you guys aren't already aware, I track my finances in Google Sheets. I love it. It's very handy. You can access it from any computer or your phone. It like updates automatically anywhere that you would want to access it. So it's just very handy. I can update things on the fly, or I can check things on the fly. It's awesome. I did cover how I set this up briefly in my debt journey and track my finances video, so I will link that above for you guys if you do want to watch that. It's not the greatest, and I probably do an update, but it was, I don't know, the best way I could explain it at the time. But anyway, it certainly looks different now just because I have added a bunch of things. Like over on the right hand side, I've added my 2021 student loan savings tracking now that I've started saving for them. And I've also added my net worth graph just because I think it's a quick, easy visual to just kind of look at my net worth. But anyway, so we'll just start at the top. The first section is just my income, and of course I have my W-2 income, and then I did recently buy a rental property. If you guys have been watching, you know already. And you already know why I have not had any rental income yet. So I closed on the property at the very end of April, so that's why those are just hash marks, because it didn't exist yet. And then May, it's a whole thing. I'll link that video up top for you guys as well if you want to check that whole story out. So anyway, we're obviously in the month of September, so that's why not all of these are completed yet. The day I'm filming this is September 25th. 26th. So, of course, I have not yet paid my bills that come out on the 28th, 29th, and 31st. I basically have all my finances set up automatically because that's the easiest for me. They just get paid right to my credit card, with the exception of my gym membership, Planet Fitness. That goes to my debit card, but everything else goes to my credit card, so I can get credit card points, and I just pay my credit card off in full like every week or more because I'm neurotic about it and I never want to pay interest, but I do love those credit card points. So this is really all I have for monthly expenses, which I've whittled down significantly. Just to recap, I'll show you guys back in 2016 when I first started. Like, this is how many freaking monthly bills I used to have. We are never going back to that dark place. So we've come a long way. And one of these is actually my mortgage on the rental property that I bought, so I don't really count that as debt, but it is a monthly payment for me right now just because I have been footing that mortgage bill since I bought it, just because I haven't had rental income yet, which I'm okay with. It's only $206 a month. But anyway, that's why it's here in the expenses. And then, of course, y'all know my only revolving debt left is, not revolving debt, but my only debt left is my federal student loans of $186,000, and of course that has slash marks for the whole year because they are on 0% interest, 0 payment forbearance until the end of January of 2022. So that's the expenses really. And then down here I've been lumping down my assets. So this Capital One is my emergency fund, which was looking okay, and kaboom boom, which again, you guys know, if you saw the rental property video or you've been following that story, you guys know why I no longer have an emergency fund, but that's okay. That is okay. And actually in August I had it up to $12,000 briefly. So briefly. Whatever. Anyway, and then my next line down is my 401k, which is not that exciting. It kind of sucks, this job. I did have 401ks before this job, but they were teeny tiny, and I always ended up cashing them out because I was always broke and always needed the money, which sucks, but it is what it is. That's life. My Roth, been pretty stagnant since I haven't been contributing to it too much lately, as you guys know if you've been following my Transfer Tuesdays. But also, it's taken a big hit with the stock market. Obviously, that's just how things go. But hey, stocks are on sale right now, right? Who cares? Nothing to get upset about. And then, of course, my FundRise account is the next line, which you guys know, or I've mentioned before, I stopped contributing to back in May. I was doing $125 a month automatically, but I stopped that just because of the, one, switching focus to student loan savings, and two, the whole rental property disaster situation. But it's still been climbing. You guys, this has just been dividends paid back. And the increase in this from these last 5 months has just been dividend growth, which is amazing. Love it. I love FundRise. I always recommend it. I always have it linked down below if you guys are interested in FundRise. If you use my link, I think you can get like 3 or 6 months of advisory fees waived, which is like 1%. I've been paying that all along, and yet I'm still doing pretty damn well in dividends. So something to keep in mind if you're interested in real estate investing but don't necessarily want to own actual properties. It's more of a crowdfunded platform. I love it. And crypto, which you guys probably know, this is new to me this month. So that's why I have just zeros up until September. And I just keep a note here of I originally invested $235, just to always compare that to where it's sitting at now, you know, just so I have a good idea of how I'm doing with it. It's new to me. I'm learning it. I'm having fun with it. I had a little extra cash, so why not? And as you know, it's taken, or you may know, it's taken quite a big hit lately, so I decided to buy some when prices were low. Obviously, I didn't hit the low because my account is less than $235, but whatever. It's still will likely recover in the years to come, so whatever, who cares. And then, of course, real estate is my next line. So how I calculate that value is the, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get this wrong. That's the original amount that the house would appraise for minus what I owe on it. So if I ever had to sell it, I would have to pay back the loan, and so theoretically I could sell it for what it appraises for. Theoretically, in a perfect world actually it'd probably be worth a lot more, but hopefully it will. That's the game, long game. But so it's just the appraised value minus what I owe on it. So it goes, okay, the first 2 months it didn't budge, and then the second 2 months it didn't budge, but from now going forward it should go up by roughly $50 a month, because that's how much of my monthly payment should be going towards principal. And then my student loan savings is the last category in the asset column, just because I have that at the bottom, just because once this forbearance ends at the end of January 2022, I will be making a lump sum payment of whatever I have saved, and then I will no longer just be saving for them. I will be paying them as I go. But for right now, they're a factor in the overall net worth, just because obviously if I wasn't saving that $11,700, it would be put towards this $186,000 that I owe. So for right now, they're canceling each other out. But of course, next year, I'll just be throwing money at the loans, and theoretically, the balance will go down, minus the interest, whatever. So then net worth, that is just this box, total of my assets, minus this box, my one and only liability, my damn student loans. So what's awesome, and I really wasn't paying attention, is that back in May, I hit the point where I'm under 6 figures of debt. That's really exciting for me, which is scary for a lot of people, I don't know. But it's exciting because as you guys probably know, if you saw my debt journey video, I started this job in 2018 and I had $250,000 worth of debt. And that was mostly student loans, but I also had a used car loan. I had a couple credit cards that had a carrying balance, and I think like a medical care card. What do you call that? You know, like a credit card that's for medical purposes. It's escaping my mind at the moment, but you know what I mean. I had revolving debt, and a lot of it, and I still do. I still have $186,000, but now I at least have no revolving credit card debt. Somewhat of a 401k. I opened the freaking Roth. I have a Roth. That's amazing. I wish I did that years ago. Doesn't matter. FundRise. Love it. Real estate. Finally. Savings. Okay. We're gonna work on that emergency fund again next year, but it doesn't matter. That's fantastic. And I didn't even celebrate it. Like that's a big deal. Anyway, it's exciting to me. It's been a long 4 years so far, but I made a shitload of progress, and I'm proud of me. And in that span, I have my new car that I paid off too. So it's like, yay, keep it up. So I'm trying. I'm getting there. So what else? I mean, that's really the big finance update. And then if you're wondering, like, what's down here is just, I track how much I spend every month just to have an idea. I do like to keep track of my monthly spending, just for my own sake. Doesn't have anything to do with my net worth, and I know that, but it's something I like to track. And then these 4 things down here, I always keep planned out for paychecks to come. So this is the current pay period we're in right now, and I always list the bills that I need to pay during that pay period or that are debited in that pay period. Any extra I want to pay towards loans, and then I just cross things off as they're paid. Simple as that. And that way I do it for pay periods. Well, always the current pay period, and then three pay periods out, just so I always have a good visual of what's coming at me in the future. I can appropriately balance out the 2 pay periods in the month, and I never am like shorted on the last day saying, oh shit, I didn't save for that. So I always, when I get paid, I always know where every penny is going to go. Okay, except for the little bit I leave over for myself for spending for the pay period. But I always know where my money's going before I even get paid. So that's peace of mind for me. It just helps with planning and saving and knowing what I'm going to invest, what I'm going to put to savings, things like that. So, and on that front, actually, I know this is a Q3 update, which should include September, but my student loan savings will change because September is one of those magical 3 paycheck months. So I will have one more paycheck in September on the last day of the month that I do plan to put $2,000 more to my student loan savings. So that should be $13,700 for the month of September, which will increase my net worth by another $2,000 for Q3, which is awesome. As you can see over here, we're doing good. I had a goal of saving $4,500 to student loans for September, but I've already put in $3,000. I only need to save $1,500 more to hit my monthly goal. But again, I do plan on $2,000, but that's because I am $500 behind from June and August, just because I wasn't able to save as much as I wanted to those months. So that should it should catch me up to where I'm on target. So I'm excited about that. Hopefully I can do it. We'll see. I know this paycheck here will be bigger because there will be shift differential and overtime on there. But last week I was hit with the last 2 weeks. I had a car appointment that was almost $400, and then I had to pay my annual LLC and business license expenses, which was $600, which I was not counting on. I thought it was only going to be $200 for some reason, but it doesn't matter. That's obviously something I need to keep active for the whole rental property side of things. So it's no big deal. It's just expenses I wasn't expecting. So hopefully I can still do the full $2,000 to the loans and still pay back those 2 items is because they are on my credit card, of course, because hey, points. So, but obviously getting rid of every credit card balance is the priority over the loans, but I'm hopeful. So that's basically it for the computer stuff. So I'm going to turn off the screen recording. And now we're going to look at my lovely little kid drawing, which I've shown you guys before, but it's my, I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's my 5-year vision. So I'm just going to check in on how I'm doing for my 2021 finance goals, which I have also done a video about, and I'll link that above for you guys as well. But my 4 goals for 2021 was fully funded sinking funds, which essentially was $12,000 for an all-encompassing emergency fund. Well, $10,000 for emergency and $2,000 for like car, vet, and medical fund to be able to cash roll those items when they came up. That one's tricky because we were there so briefly in August, so I hit the goal, but then it got taken away. So it's like I kind of accomplished that goal, but I kind of have to do it again now. So I can't decide if that's a complete goal or not. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, so fully funded sinking funds, pay $30,000 to student loans, buy my first rental property, and start making money online. So sinking fund, I don't know. Pay $30,000 to student loans. I'm still hopeful for that. And buy my first rental property. Definitely done. That's very exciting. That one's already checked off, as you saw. And I have not started making money online. Probably won't hit that goal, but that's okay. It was a goal. That's fine. As far as 30,000 student loans, I know we're already basically in the 4th quarter, and I only have just shy of 12,000. I know. So I am filming this video now on the 26th of September, a little bit early, just because tomorrow night I start my 6-ish weeks of 12-hour night shifts. And I know I've mentioned it before, but just in case you are new here, I am going on to night shift for 12-hour shifts, 4 on, 1 off, 4 on, 1 off, until probably mid-November. So that's going to be a lot of overtime. And we do this every 18 months at work, so I know this is my 3rd time doing it. So I know basically what my paychecks are going to look like. And I'm hopeful that for the month of October, in just October alone, I am hopeful that I can save $10,000 to student loan savings. Because the nice part about that schedule is you're making so much and you have 0 time to spend any money. So your spending is so minuscule. So it's kind of nice. So I think that will catch me up big time for October. And some of that overtime will trickle into November as well. So November should be decent as well. And then in December, from mid-November to December, I think I have another shift rotation, which means more shift differential and overtime. And then I'm working Christmas as well. So I'm hopeful to still make $30,000 by the end of the year. I think that should be doable, but obviously, stay tuned. We'll see. But either way, bought my first rental property. Like, that is, yes. It's a big flippin' win. I'm super excited. I'll be more excited when I start making money from it. Hopefully soon, which of course I'll keep you guys updated on. But the property manager, as of like a week or 2 ago, I lose track of time when I'm on night shift. I've been on night shift, by the way. I lose track of time. But I talked to him and he said that they were showing the property and they were hopeful for an October 1st move-in. We're kind of close to October now and I haven't heard yet. I'm supposed to I have final approval over the tenants. Like their top applications they'll send to me and I get final approval of who I want to be living there. And that hasn't happened yet, so I don't know if it'll be an October 1st move-in. But whatever. If it's mid-October or November, who cares? I don't know, whatever. No big deal. Anyway, I think that's all. Yeah, I don't know. That was not very exciting, but I don't know. Maybe it was. It was for me. I know that because I'm down in the 5-figure negative net worth. That is, I'm happy about that. From where I was, I'm happy about that. And I have no doubt over the next few years, I can absolutely get well into the black. So very happy, very excited for more to come. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Q3 finance recap. Like I said, I will be doing them every quarter going forward. And I'm sorry this was my first one, but whatever. I'm getting there. I just started sharing my journey on YouTube in April, so I'm still learning. If you guys have any suggestions, I'm always open to them. Feel free to leave them in the comments. If you're not subscribed already, I would love to have you join me. I'm definitely taking this debt-free journey from negative $250,000 to zero and hopefully into the positive. And I would love to have you follow along. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Happy financing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.